despite the fact that Whole Foods reported some seriously disappointing numbers last week, we know that the national organic team is still as strong as ever, courtesy of WhiteWave Foods, WWAV, the maker of organic milk. Think Horizon Organic, along with coffee creamers, organic produce, and the real heart of the business, the part that I'm so excited about, plant-based, non-dairy alternatives like soy milk, almond milk, or even cashew milk. WhiteWave has been one of my absolute favorite stocks for ages, since it's been spun off. Hence why we own it for my charitable trust. You can follow along at actionalertsplus.com. These plant-based beverages have been growing by leaps and bounds. And if, like me, you've ever had a kid who's gone vegan, you know why. The stock has nearly tripled since it was spun off by Dean Foods roughly 2.5 years ago. Now, WhiteWave reported on Friday, and the company delivered terrific results, including a 2-cent earnings beat off of a 22-cent basis, with inline revenues up 10% year over year. Terrific 20% growth in the plant-based foods and beverages business, courtesy of robust demand for almond and cashew milk. Plus, even after the impact of the strong dollar, WhiteWave's European business did quite well, and the company raised its full-year outlook. In response, the stock vaulted 5.4% on Friday. It's now given us more than a 60% gain since we last spoke to the CEO in February of last year. That's amazing. Dramatically outperforming the S&P 500. So let's check in with Greg Engels. He's the chairman and CEO of WhiteWave Foods. Learn more about the quarter and where his company's headed. Mr. Engels, welcome back to Mad Money.
Hey, Jim.
Good to see you. Have a seat.
To see you
Greg,
too.
Remarkable quarter. And one of the things that I thought was most remarkable about it was that unlike some other natural organic companies, you did not have a problem procuring your ingredients. How did you source almonds and cashews when a lot of other companies have been dealing with a drought and a hard-to-find product?
Well, you know, one of the great things about these new categories, Jim, is that, in fact, we're really a small part of the cashew market. We're a small part of the almond market. So almonds get used in all kinds of products,
right,
and we're a little bitty part of it. So
but
we don't have any supply concerns.
You're the fastest growing. This is an amazing
like
product.
Crazy.
And cashews, they love it, huh?
Cashews, you know, this whole category, this plant-based alternative to dairy category, right? It's really people looking for something that's not dairy, but to use in a dairy occasion. And the great thing about cashew is it got that creaminess, you know, that luxurious texture. It's just a great product.
Just brilliant. Now, you did have some problems getting my favorite lettuce, but that seems to be, according to what you were on the conference call, something that's short-term.
Yeah, really a weather problem.
Yeah.
So we had a freeze. There are not that many places you can actually grow organic lettuce because you have to have nature subject the pests. You can't use pesticides, right? So you have to grow it in dry places that you can irrigate. That's the desert Southwest in the winter. It's the Salinas Valley in the rest of the year. And we had a freeze in the desert Southwest, and that's what caused the supply shortage.
Now, I know you follow our show. We've been talking about how we need more farmland. It's natural organic. Is it happening?
It's happening, but it's happening, it's by definition going to happen relatively slowly. So it takes 3 years to convert an animal to be an organic animal. In the case of a dairy animal, it takes a year to convert organic farmland. So it takes time. No, I got that backwards. It takes 3 years to convert organic farmland, a year to convert an animal. So it just takes time. And the reason that we're short is demand is just so strong. Right. So as long as this trend is a real trend, we're going to be short because the demand is outrunning our ability to produce supply.
Now, Europe, just incredibly strong. And I know that they like non-dairy yogurt just coming here now. So you've got more categories that are about to explode.
Yeah. This plant-based alternative to dairy has a lot of room to run. Yeah. In the beginning, it's been about milk. Right. And dairy's about a lot more than milk, right? It's about yogurt. It's about ice cream. It's about cheese. It's really the biggest part of the category.
Is going to be big. Cheese is right. These are all happening, aren't they?
It's all going to come.
And you're really the only guy. I know there was someone on the conference call saying, listen, Coca-Cola wants to take a position in China. And you just said there's kind of room for both Coke and you guys with your joint venture, right? You
know, the fact of the matter is that the plant-based category in China is big and it's growing quite quickly. And the big players are Chinese private and public companies. So, you know, this is a market that's going to evolve over a long period of time.
But you were very clear that this is not something you should be thinking about if you're buying WhiteWave right now.
No, it's not. It's not. It's a competitive market. Everything in China consumer is competitive. We've got great products. I think our Western heritage is an advantage in China, but we've got to find the right way to build that business over time.
Okay, now, in this country, you were very, because you're very upfront, very transparent. Private label competition. Do I worry about that?
You know, private label is going to be in every successful growing category. The key to sustaining great branded businesses in a private label environment is great quality, great advertising and marketing, and most importantly, always being ahead of the category in terms of innovation.
Okay, well, let's talk marketing, because when I see this Horizon brand, we don't have a feature here, but I just love it, okay? I love it, and it's expanding into snacks. How is that going?
It's going very well.
Yep.
It's going very well. So Horizon Organic, at its essence, is a brand that moms trust. And they trust to put the best nutrition possible in their kids. Mm-hmm. So where we're expanding that business is into that kids snack occasion and kids meal occasion,
right,
out of just the cereal bowl. And it's got a lot of resonance with moms. It's doing very well.
And I don't have the Dunkin' Donuts, but this is still a great growing category.
You know, this is actually our biggest business.
Right, I was going to say, I've done all these, and I should have gone to this first, but it's not sexy, but it's consistent.
It's growing. So, you know, when people say, what is WhiteWave about? Well, it's about eating better for you, and it's about eating natural, but it's also about giving consumers what they want. Right. And what they want in this category is they want a great tasting cup of coffee that they personalize. Right. Just the right amount of sweetness, just the right flavor. It's what they want.
Okay, speaking of what they want, McDonald's going your way, Panera going your way. I mean, obviously not just, this is bigger than some sort of momentary thing.
Yes. Yeah, this is a big trend. It's one of the reasons that there's pressure on the inputs and the commodities, right? Because everybody wants a piece of that. We really like our position because we've been there a long time, and we have a great supply base in these important ingredients and categories. But yeah, it's coming, and the key is the folks that are going to be successful at it are those who've been there and are really authentic.
And that's
this new group knows it.
And that is you. That's Greg Engels, the chairman and CEO of WhiteWave Foods Companies. You know this is one of my favorites and has been my favorite ever since it was spun off. It's the way to play natural and organic. Mad Money's back into the break. Booyah! Jim Cramer here from Mad Money. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube. Click here to subscribe and get the jump on my exclusives with CEOs, plus market news, investing advice, and a whole lot more.